going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and I'm back at you with another MUT 15 video. Today, we are going to go and do lineup update number 3. As you can probably already see on your screen, we're sitting at an 85 overall, so we finally can now use 2 different chemistries. Let's just take a real quick look at that. For the first chemistry, of course, I have man defense. Sorry, it's not chemistry. My bad. It's team style. Still getting used to that. It's been over a month since MUT 15 has been out, and I'm still calling it chemistry. But yeah, we got a 99 overall in the man defense style. And then right now, I'm just rolling with ground and pound, to be honest. Like last year, I'll probably end up going with 2 defensive styles. But I haven't really decided yet on which one I'm going to roll with, if I go back to run stuff or try pass rush, or maybe even zone defense, because I've been playing a lot more zone this year than I ever have in any other Madden period. So, I'm going to go over to my coaching and equipment real quick, because a big part of my team is my coach. And as you can see, I have the Legacy Mike Ditka card. Now, I did not pull this. What happened was I did pull my first Legacy collectible, and it ended up being the Washington Redskins. So I completed the solo challenge, I got the Joe Gibbs card, and I sold it for about 40k, and then I just took the coins that I got from selling that card and went out and bought Mike Ditka. I lost a little bit in the process, but if you don't know, man, these cards are really nice because, number one, look at the style boost I get, plus 25 to man defensive style. That helps a lot. It helps my team's play recognition and man coverage, which I love to run. And also it gives my whole defense a plus 2 man coverage boost for their overall attributes. So if you got the coin, I would probably go out and buy them. You can get them for probably 30 to 40k. I think they make a difference. I've noticed my team has been a lot better on defense since I've acquired this card and some other cards. So let's get right in to the lineup, man. I'm really excited about my team, though there is a lot of work to be done. I'm happy where this team is at the moment, and it all starts with my boy Lesean Shady McCoy, who's having a terrible season in real life. But I finally went out and bought this card. I've had it for a couple weeks, and I do want to let you guys know to be on the lookout. It's going to be coming real soon. I'm doing an elite God, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm doing a video on this card, basically a card overview for this elite Lesean McCoy card, a card review, I should call it. I don't know why my brain couldn't think of what I was trying to say. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that, probably this weekend. And then backing him up, I got the All-Eagles backfield, basically. I still got Darren Sproles as my number 2 back, and I love putting these guys on the field together, something that Chip Kelly has not really been doing this year, and I'm getting confused on why not. But we're not going to talk about the Eagles right now. We're going to continue to talk about my lineup. We still have Colin Kaepernick at quarterback. I haven't really thought about making a change yet. I'm waiting for some better quarterbacks to come out before I do so. He's doing what I need him to do, so I'll leave him there. Wide receiver, I've made big upgrades since the last video. Again, we're at 85 overall, I believe. Team update number 2. We were at 81 overall, so I still have Mike Evans, the rising star Mike Evans. He's sitting at wide receiver number 2, and then I went out and bought Josh Gordon in 87 overall. I love this card. He's a great number 1 receiver. I got him for about 65k. I think he sells for around 70 to 75, so it was a pretty good buy, and he's been producing for me, so I'm not complaining. And then I just recently picked up the Cordero Patterson rising star card. I sniped one of them for 1k and then bought the other for 10k, so to get an 85 overall receiver with the speed that he has for basically 11k, I can't go wrong with that. He is an 85 overall, better than Mike Evans, but I like him in the slot, so that's why I have him wide receiver number 3. And then I still have T.Y. Hilton at wide receiver number 4. He gets a lot of field time. Unlike last year, I do run a lot of 4 wide receiver sets. Mostly last year it was 3 wideouts and a tight end, so my 4th wide receiver does definitely get some work in this game. My offensive line hasn't changed too much, and this is where I need to make some upgrades because I've noticed teams that I go against with a lot of elite offensive linemen, it's very hard for me to get to their quarterback, for me to stop their run. So if I can get my offensive line to kind of produce like that, I definitely want to try to. So this is where I want to upgrade next on the offensive side of the ball. And then I do have Vernon Davis. I had to replace my boy Zach Ertz, but I have the elite Vernon Davis. I got the free Madden Seasons version of Vernon Davis a couple weeks ago, and I liked it so much I thought, God, I got to go out and get the elite version because it's only going to get better, and so far it has, man. Tight end's a big position for me, and he really produces for me as well in this offense. So here's one last look at the offensive side of the ball. Let's move over to the defense, and this is where I've also made a ton of upgrades. So we'll start on the front four here. Right now, I got Kiesel in there at right end. He's kind of just there to be there because I pulled the card and he has a good overall. Same with my defensive tackles. These three guys need to be upgraded ASAP. Probably before my offensive line, these are the next three positions that I'm looking to upgrade. At left end, I have Muhammad Wilkerson. This card is amazing. It gets at least one sack for me every game, always getting pressure on quarterbacks, really gets a lot of pressure on mobile quarterbacks when they're trying to run, and he flushes them out, and he has some decent speed. Real quick, we'll take a look at the ratings on the back of the card, because one that I do want to point out is the block shed rating, a 97 overall. He's a beast when it comes to block shedding. And I only imagine that the limited edition BCA version of him is just 1,000 times better. I wish I could get my hands on that card, but left end, 250K is not worth it to me. But we'll see. Maybe I'll catch him down the road, and we'll see how that goes. My secondary, well, let's not focus on the whole secondary, but let's focus on my cornerbacks. Now, we still have Brandon Flowers, but we were able to move him over to CB number 2 because if you look over here, I finally bit the bullet, went out and spent about 100K and bought the elite Brent Grimes. I've been looking for one of those shutdown corners where I can trust him in one-on-one coverage and he doesn't get beat all the time. And he's really good, man. He's a really good card. I've had a lot of production from him. And being able to move Brandon Flowers over to cornerback number 2 seems to have made him better, as if maybe that's just a better position for him because he's not getting beat as much. And that also allowed me to move Werner over to my slot cornerback, where he's been pretty productive as well. So I like my secondary. We'll go and check out the safeties. Haha, Clinton Dix. I think a lot of you guys probably have this card as well. It's a huge playmaker, man. I love this card. Eventually, I'll try to go out and get McCoy or Earl Thomas, but for now, this card, it does what I need it to do, and I'm not going to replace it until I do so, or until I need to. I have Reshad Jones, or Rashid Jones. I can't remember his first name. My bad. But I have him at strong safety. You guys might remember in a pack opening video a while ago I pulled him, and a lot of people tell me good things about him in the comments section of the video, so I decided to give him a try, replace Tyvon Branch with him, even though he had a lower overall, not as fast. Some of the stats weren't as good, but he's been very productive. If you guys checked out my montage a couple days ago, he had some nice user picks in there. So until I need to go out and upgrade, Jones is the guy at strong safety. And then lastly on the defense, some more upgrades. Dansby is still chilling there as my middle linebacker, hoping to get Luke Kuechly eventually. But for now, Dansby is good money for me. But I got Thomas Davis at left outside linebacker and Casey Matthews. Whoa, I just called him Casey Matthews. My bad. Clay Matthews, the better brother. I wish we had Clay and not Casey on the Eagles. But I got Clay Matthews as my right outside linebacker. Eventually, I'd like to get Tamba Hali or see what other right outside linebackers come out with the man defense chemistry. But Bruce Irvin was good for me. But Clay has just been a whole lot better. Obviously, a big ratings jump there, a 10 overall difference. So there's my defense. Lastly and quickly, before this video gets way too long, we'll just take a look at the specialists. I did have to go out and get a kicker. I dropped 20K on Janikowski, but I had to do it. I got to a game a little while ago where I needed a field goal to win, and Vinatieri, he can barely make a 40-yarder, and I lost because of that. And I said, you know what? I'm dropping the coin. It's going to be worth it. So I went out and got Janikowski. There's some other kickers with better kick power out there that I do want to get, but he's my kicker. Got Allen from the Patriots as my punter, and Patterson is doing all the return duty right now. So there's my team. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section. I really, really would appreciate it if you click that thumbs up as well. It's Popular Stranger. I'll be back with a gameplay video this week in the NFL edition, coming back later today. I'm out. Peace.